What did it say? It said something not supported. Oh, okay. So I'm just making sure we're on. Because, well, I don't know. I can't really tell. I don't have like, oh, let me see. Oh, yep, I'm live. Okay. So I'm just gonna, let's see, do a test. Nah, I don't need to do a test. We are gonna close that window. And we're gonna close that window. Close that window. And close all these other things. All right. All right, here we go. Yo, I am Ketovore, and not sure why I am here, but no, just kidding. I am here because I'm kind of hungry and I want chips. So I found these on sale. Are they really healthy or not? My screen is backwards, and I'm not sure why. Is that how it looks on everything else? Let me see. I think so. I think that's how it looks on everything else. Everything's backwards. So I wonder if I could flip the camera. I'm gonna have to fix that. Um, let's see. Is there settings? What's this button do? Flip front facing camera. Use live stream indicator. Use live status. Whatever that is. And camera pro. What is that? Oh, that does like the autofocus and all of that. That's cool. But it's not flipping my camera though. That is so weird. So I'm using the front facing camera right now. I'm just gonna close all that. And I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. But anyway, I digress. We got two bags. Two bags. I found it was a deal. So I got a pretty good deal. And these actually sound like they're all broken. So I don't know how many bags are in each. 4 bags. All right. So we are, and what I'm also, and I don't know, I mean, they're probably healthy. Right? Here's a small bag. They're probably healthy, right? Probably. So I'm just going to toss these bags there. And we're going to take a look at everything. What's all this? Oh, I see. What's this? Video only mode. Oh, okay, I see. That's cool. All right. So we got nacho cheese and we got ranch flavor. And there's nobody in this chat audience, so I'm talking to nobody. If it seems odd, it's because for that reason. Getting used to talking to myself, I guess. And so we got the ranch, Atkins protein chips, ranch flavor, keto friendly, and the same with the nacho cheese. What I want to point out though is that this one had perforated uh, tab where you could just pull it off. This one is kind of like melted, kind of like that crimping tool. Oh, it still did the same thing, but it's a little bit different. Anyway, I digress. Here's the ranch. We're gonna eat both of those because I'm a fatty. And I don't know if these are like super healthy or not, right? But I'm going to show you how to use Google Gemini or Google Chat GPT. Google Gemini or Chat GPT, either or. These both expire this December. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some pictures. All right. We're just going to take some pictures. You can do this in the store or anywhere else. And take some pictures any which way. Take some pictures. Let's get one where the wind is not. Okay, so we're going to take a picture here. And we're going to take a picture here. All right. Let's take a picture. Just like that, the ingredients. You don't even really need to take a picture of anywhere else, okay? All right. Then what we do is we go over to Google Gemini, right? I just happen to have the app, and there's a free version. I'm using the pro version, but we're going to do gallery, and I'm going to upload both those pictures. So the nacho cheese and the ranch. Okay, and I'm going to say, tell me about these. So I'm just gonna ask it. Could you tell me about the images? They are some chips, Atkins protein chips. It's thinking. It's protein chips. Based on the packaging, here's a summary of the product. Product highlights. Product, Atkins protein chips. Lifestyle focus. Designed for a low-carb lifestyle. Key selling points. 13 grams of protein per bag. 4 grams of net carbs per bag. Certified gluten-free. Low glycemic. Nutrition information. Per 1 bag, 32 grams serving. Calories, 140. Total fat, 8 grams. Total carbohydrate, 8 grams. Dietary fiber, 4 grams. Total sugars, 1 gram. With 0 grams added sugars. Protein, 13 grams. The packaging explains how they calculate the net carbs. Other information. The ingredients list includes a protein blend, soy protein isolate, whey protein isolate, sunflower oil, and various seasonings like cheddar cheese, onion powder, and garlic powder. It contains milk and soy allergens. The expiration date visible on the bag is January 21st, 2025. In short, these are marketed as a savory, crunchy, high-protein, and low-carb alternative to traditional potato chips, suitable for those following a diet like Atkins or a general low-carb or gluten-free plan. Now, the taste is really not that great. I don't know if it's because of all the sunflower seed oil, protein blend. Yeah, so how about this? Give me a deep analysis of the ingredients and its relationship to the human body and whether or not we should avoid this product based on the amount of processed ingredients and ingredients that are not completely carnivore and quite might possibly cause inflammation. You see what the computer says. You can't believe everything the computer says, though. You got to fact check it. They're kind of growing on me. They're kind of bland. They're not really.
Of course, this is an excellent question that moves beyond the nutrition label and into the philosophy of eating. Let's do a deep analytical dive into the ingredients of the Atkins protein chips, specifically addressing your concerns about processed ingredients, carnivore diet incompatibility, and the potential for inflammation. First, let's get a representative ingredient list, which is consistent across their savory chip flavors like nacho cheese. Protein blend: soy protein isolate, whey protein isolate, sunflower oil, tapioca starch, water, cheese powder blend. Whey powder, semi-soft cheese, pasteurized milk, cheese culture, salt, enzymes, salt, yeast extract, natural flavor, buttermilk solids, citric acid, lactic acid, paprika extract, turmeric oleoresin, natural flavors, salt, sour cream powder, onion powder, garlic powder, spices, citric acid, yeast extract. Here's a breakdown of these ingredients and their relationship with the human body. Deep analysis of key ingredients. 1. The protein base, soy and whey isolates. What they are: these are not whole foods. They are industrial products created by stripping away the fats, carbs, and other components from soybeans and milk, respectively, to leave a highly concentrated protein powder. Relationship to the
Ew.
body and concerns. Soy protein isolate. This is one of the most controversial ingredients in health circles. Processing. It undergoes heavy processing involving chemical solvents, like hexane, to separate the protein. Phytoestrogens. Soy contains isoflavones, which are plant-based compounds that can mimic estrogen in the body. While the scientific consensus is mixed, and effects are dose-dependent, those concerned with hormonal balance often avoid concentrated soy sources. Anti-nutrients. Soy contains phytic acid, which can bind to minerals and reduce their absorption. The isolation process reduces this, but it's still a concern for whole foods purists. Whey protein isolate. Derived from dairy, this is a fast-absorbing protein rich in essential amino acids, particularly leucine, which is excellent for stimulating muscle protein synthesis. Inflammation/digestion. For individuals with a dairy sensitivity or lactose intolerance, whey can cause inflammation, bloating, gas, and other digestive issues. While
Ew.
isolate has most of the lactose removed, it can still trigger a reaction in sensitive people. 2. The fats and binders: sunflower oil and tapioca starch. Sunflower oil. The type of sunflower oil is critical. The omega-6 issue. Traditional sunflower oil is very high in omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids. A diet with a high ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids is strongly associated with promoting systemic inflammation. Unless specified as high oleic, which is high in stable monounsaturated fats, it's safe to assume it's the pro-inflammatory high omega-6 version. Industrial food products almost always use the cheapest, most shelf-stable option. Tapioca starch. What it is: a highly refined starch extracted from the cassava root. It has no nutritional value beyond being a pure carbohydrate. In
What?
fact, its purpose here is to provide the chip's structure and crunch. While the total net carbs are low, it's a rapidly digested starch that can cause a blood sugar response in sensitive individuals. It is a binder, a texturizer, and a product of heavy processing. 3. The flavor system: powders, extracts, and natural flavors. Yeast extract. This is a concentrated form of yeast used to provide a savory, umami flavor. It contains glutamates, the same compounds found in MSG. While not technically MSG, people sensitive to MSG often react similarly to yeast extract. Natural flavors. This is a nebulous, legally defined term. It means the flavor was derived from a natural source, like a plant or animal, but it can undergo significant chemical processing to be created. The lack of transparency is a major red flag for those seeking to avoid processed ingredients. It's impossible to know what is actually in the natural flavor blend. Dairy powders: cheese, whey, buttermilk, sour cream. These add flavor but are, again, processed dairy components that can be inflammatory for sensitive individuals. Answering your core questions: is this product processed? Yes, unequivocally. This product is the definition of an ultra-processed food. Not a single
Ultra.
ingredient is in its whole, natural form. It is an assembly of industrial-grade powders, isolates, and extracts, engineered to mimic a familiar snack food while hitting specific macronutrient targets: high protein, low net carbs. Is this product carnivore-friendly? No, not in the slightest. A carnivore diet consists of animal products: meat, organs, fat, and sometimes eggs and dairy. This product is fundamentally plant-based and dairy-derived. Plant-based: soy protein, sunflower oil, tapioca starch, onion/garlic powder, spices. Dairy-derived: whey protein and various cheese/milk powders. It completely violates the principles of a carnivore diet. Could this product cause inflammation? There is a strong possibility, depending on the individual.
Oh,
It contains several ingredients commonly linked to inflammation.
wow.
1. High omega-6 seed oil. The likely use of standard sunflower oil provides a large dose of pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids. 2. Dairy proteins/solids. For the large portion of the population with some degree of dairy sensitivity, the whey and cheese powders are potential inflammatory triggers. 3. Soy protein isolate can be an irritant and inflammatory trigger for those with a soy sensitivity. 4. Gut irritation. Highly processed ingredients, starches, and flavor systems can irritate the gut lining in sensitive individuals, which is a primary pathway for systemic inflammation.
Wow.
Conclusion. Should you avoid this product? This depends entirely on your health goals and dietary philosophy. For someone transitioning from a standard American diet, SAD, full of conventional potato chips, cookies, and soda, these Atkins chips could be considered a better choice, or a harm reduction tool.
I
They provide the
guess.
satisfaction of a crunchy, savory snack with more protein and fewer carbs than the alternative. For someone like you, who is clearly focused on avoiding processed foods, adhering to a carnivore-adjacent diet, and minimizing inflammation, this product should absolutely be avoided. It stands in direct
Oh,
opposition to every one of those goals. It is built from the very ingredients, industrial seed oils, processed soy, refined starches, and proprietary flavor systems that a whole foods anti-inflammatory diet seeks to eliminate. The bottom line, this is not a health food. It is a diet-centric, highly engineered food product. It's a trade-off. You gain convenience and specific macros, protein/carbs, at the cost of consuming heavily processed, potentially inflammatory, non-whole food ingredients. For your stated goals, you would be far better off eating a handful of almonds, a piece of cheese, or beef jerky if you need a savory, high-protein snack.
that sounds better. That really does sound better. Let's ask this. So, would a regular bag of nacho cheese chips be better than these? Let's see what it says. I should have said name brand Doritos.
That is the perfect question to illustrate the concept of context is everything in nutrition. Let's break down a regular bag of nacho cheese Doritos and compare
Oh,
it
it
to
said
the Atkins
Doritos.
chips based on your criteria. First, let's look at the on-paper stats for a standard snack size bag of Doritos, which is about 28 grams. Note this is slightly smaller than the 32 gram 28-gram serving. Total carbohydrate, 18 grams. Dietary fiber, 1 gram. Net carbs, 17 grams. Total sugars, less than 1 gram. Protein, 2 grams. Key ingredients, corn, vegetable oil, corn, canola, and or sunflower, maltodextrin, salt, cheddar cheese, whey, monosodium glutamate, MSG, buttermilk, Romano cheese, onion powder, cornstarch, natural and artificial flavors, dextrose, tomato powder, spices, artificial color, yellow 6, yellow 5, red 40, and more. Head-to-head analysis, which is better? Let's define better in 2 ways. 1. If better means aligning with a low-carb, high-protein diet, the Atkins chips are monumentally better. It's not even a
Monumentally better.
competition.
Whoa.
Protein. Atkins has 13 grams versus Doritos 2 grams. Net carbs,
Whoa.
Atkins has 4 grams versus Doritos 17 grams. For someone managing blood sugar or following a ketogenic/low-carb diet, the Doritos are a nutritional disaster, while the Atkins chips are specifically engineered to fit within that lifestyle. Winner, Atkins, by a landslide.
Oh.
2. If better means less processed and less inflammatory, your core concern. This is where it gets interesting and grim. It's like asking if it's better to be hit by a bus or a train. Neither is a good outcome. Feature: Atkins protein chips. Nacho cheese Doritos.
Dang.
Primary ingredient: soy/whey protein isolates, tapioca starch, ground corn. Slight edge to Doritos. While processed into flour, corn is arguably closer to a whole food than industrially created protein isolates. Fat source: sunflower oil, corn, canola, and or sunflower oil. Thai: both are bad. Both use high omega-6 seed oils, which are
Both are
associated with
bad.
inflammation. No winner here. Flavor enhancers: yeast extract, natural flavors, monosodium glutamate, MSG, natural and artificial flavors. Slight edge to Atkins. While yeast extract contains glutamates, the explicit use of pure MSG is a red flag for many.
Red flag.
Artificial flavors in Doritos are also a step down from just natural. Controversial additives, known in this category. Artificial colors, yellow 6, yellow 5, red 40. Clear win for Atkins. The Atkins chips use paprika and turmeric for color. Doritos use petroleum-derived artificial colors, which are linked to various health concerns and are banned in many other countries.
What?
Overall processing. Ultra-processed via modern food science. Isolates. Extracts. Ultra-processed via classic industrial methods. Extrusion. Chemical additives. Thai. Both are bad. Both are factory-made food products that bear no resemblance to their source ingredients. The verdict. So would a regular bag of nacho cheese chips be better? No, they would likely be worse, especially when judged by the purity of ingredients. While the Atkins chips are built on a foundation of highly engineered and potentially problematic ingredients, soy isolate, seed oil, the Doritos take a slightly more recognizable base, corn, and then add a cocktail of the most controversial additives in modern food manufacturing: MSG, artificial flavors, and petroleum-based artificial colors. The Atkins chips are a form of diet junk food. They sacrifice ingredient purity for specific macronutrient goals. The Doritos are just classic junk food. They sacrifice everything for hyperpalatability and low cost. Conclusion. From an anti-inflammatory whole foods perspective, both products fail spectacularly. However, if forced to choose the lesser of two evils, the Atkins chips are arguably slightly better, simply because they managed to achieve their flavor and appearance without resorting to MSG and artificial food dyes.
Slightly better.
That being said, this is a very low bar to clear. Neither one is a health food.
Slightly better. So it's best not to eat those. So my phone got hot, and I don't know why it gets hot. I'm not used to streaming, so it says because of the packaging, right? This one, this is my garbage. So I only ate about half a bag total. No, actually, probably ate a whole bag. I tasted the ranch, and I tasted the nacho cheese. Not really. Maybe I'll do Quest. I do like Quest. I'm not sure how much they're different, but the marketing, though, right? Keto friendly, baked, not fried. So I don't know. Now we're going to take a picture of these sardines, and we're going to see what the AI says. Let's just take a picture real quick. There we go. Take a picture. And I'm going to say, how about this? And let's see what it says. That's it. And I know this is better, right? But it's actually going to tell us how it's better. It's analyzing, it's thinking.
This is an excellent comparison. Moving from the chips to this can of sardines is like switching from a fast food restaurant to a farmer's market.
Farmer's market!
The exact same critical lens we used before. Here's the deep analysis of the Seasoned brand premium bristling sardines in extra virgin olive oil. The ingredient analysis, the power of simplicity. This is the most striking difference. Let's look at the ingredients list. 1. Lightly smoked bristling sardines. Ooh. These are whole, small fish. Clupea harengus, a type of herring. They are a complete animal protein, containing the flesh, skin, and tiny edible bones. Lightly smoked is a minimal processing step for flavor and preservation, similar to curing or drying meat. 2. Extra virgin olive oil, EVOO. This is a critical point. Unlike the highly processed high omega-6 seed oils, sunflower, corn, canola in the chips, EVOO is a fruit oil made by simply pressing olives. It is rich in monounsaturated fats and contains beneficial compounds like oleocanthal, which has known anti-inflammatory properties. 3. Salt, a basic mineral for flavor and preservation. That's it. 3 recognizable whole food ingredients. Nutritional profile analysis, a true health food. The nutrition facts tell a powerful story. 0 carbs, High protein, 14G. Excellent for any low-carb or general health-focused diet. High-quality fat, 15G. This fat comes from two of the healthiest sources available, the natural oils in the fish and extra virgin olive oil. Omega-3 fatty acids, 1000 mg. This is the star of the show. Omega-3s, specifically EPA and DHA from fish, are potent anti-inflammatory agents. They are crucial for brain health, heart health, and cellular function. This directly counteracts the pro-inflammatory omega-6 oils found in the chips. Vitamin D, 43% DV, a massive dose of a critical vitamin that many people are deficient in. Calcium, 16% DV. This comes from eating the tiny soft bones, making it a highly bioavailable, natural source of calcium for bone health. The verdict, how does it stack up? Let's answer your core questions for this product. 1. Is it processed? This product is minimally processed. Cooking, smoking, and canning are ancient preservation techniques. They do not involve chemical solvents, protein isolates, artificial colors, or proprietary flavor systems. It is fundamentally different from the ultra-processed nature of both the Atkins chips and Doritos. 2. Is it carnivore friendly? Yes, absolutely. For nearly all variations of a carnivore or animal-based diet, this is a perfect food. Animal protein and fat with salt. 3. Could it cause inflammation? On the contrary, this product is actively anti-inflammatory. This is its biggest advantage over the chips. The combination of high-dose omega-3s from the fish, anti-inflammatory polyphenols from the extra virgin olive oil, the complete absence of seed oils, refined starches, and chemical additives makes this one of the best choices you can make to reduce inflammation through diet. Final conclusion. This can of sardines is in a completely different universe from the chips we just discussed. Atkins chips equals diet junk food. Doritos equals classic junk food. Seasoned sardines equals a nutritional powerhouse. It is a convenient, shelf-stable, and affordable product that is built from whole foods and is packed with nutrients that directly combat the very health issues, like inflammation, that the ingredients in the chips can promote. From every angle of your analysis, processing, diet compatibility, and inflammation potential, this is an outstanding choice.
And you know what? This is the first time I had Brizzling. This particular brand. I'm going to show you the brand. You know what? It's actually really, really tasty. Right here. Whoop, whoop. I hope you saw it. Here we go. That's the one. 3.75 ounces. Now, I'm going to ask AI the question. Which would keep me fuller? 1 can of the fish or 2 bags of the Atkins? It's smoky. It's smoky. It really is smoky.
This is a fantastic practical question that gets to the heart of how different foods affect our bodies, beyond just the numbers on the label. Let's break it down. First, let's look at the on-paper nutrition for each option. Nutrient: 1 can sardines, 74G. 2 bags Atkins chips, 64G. Calories: 187. 280. Protein: 14 grams. 26 grams. Fat: 15 grams. 16 grams. Fiber: 0 grams. 8 grams. Net carbs: 0 grams. 8 grams. The on-paper argument, based purely on the macronutrient numbers, the 2 bags of Atkins chips look more filling. They have significantly more protein, the most satiating macronutrient, more fiber, and more calories overall. In a simple equation, protein plus fiber equals fullness, and the chips win handily. However, this is a classic case where the numbers on the label don't tell the whole story.
Tell the whole
real-world
story.
satiety verdict: despite the numbers, the single can of sardines would almost certainly keep you fuller for longer. Here's the deep analysis of why.
Here it comes.
1. Quality of fats and protein. Sardines. You are consuming whole food protein and fat. The fat is a combination of anti-inflammatory omega-3s and monounsaturated fat from extra virgin olive oil. The body recognizes and digests this slowly and steadily, leading to a long, stable release of energy and powerful satiety hormone signals like CCK and PYY. Atkins chips. You are consuming processed protein isolates, soy/whey, and industrial seed oil, sunflower. While the protein content is high, powdered isolates can be digested differently than whole food protein. More importantly, the pro-inflammatory seed oil does not provide the same high-quality satiety signals as the fats in the sardines. 2. The hyperpalatable factor. The Atkins chips are an engineered food product. They are designed with a specific crunch factor, saltiness, and flavor profile to be hyperpalatable. This means they are deliberately created to be so tasty that they can bypass your natural fullness cues, encouraging you to keep eating even when you're no longer physically hungry. It's the you can't eat just one principle applied to diet food. Sardines are just food. They are savory and satisfying, but they don't have the engineered properties that trigger compulsive overeating. You eat the can, you feel satisfied, and you move on. 3. Nutrient density versus caloric density. The sardines are incredibly nutrient dense. They provide a wealth of vitamins and minerals, vitamin D, calcium, that the chips lack. When your body receives this broad spectrum of micronutrients, it leads to a deeper, more lasting sense of metabolic satisfaction that a processed food often can't provide. The chips are more calorically dense but less nutrient dense. They provide energy but little of the foundational nutrition that signals to your brain that you are truly nourished. Analogy. Think of it like heating a room. The 2 bags of chips are like lighting a big pile of flash paper. You get a big, immediate poof of heat, calories, protein, but it burns out quickly and leaves you cold again soon. The can of sardines is like putting a dense, solid oak log on the fire. It might not flare up as impressively at first, but it provides steady, long-lasting heat and energy for hours. Conclusion. For genuine, long-lasting satiety that prevents you from thinking about food an hour later, the can of sardines is the vastly superior choice.
So even though the Atkins 2 bags on paper on the numbers would make you fuller, it actually doesn't. But 1 can of sardines will. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy how it also said that these chips are engineered for you to keep wanting more? That's what's wrong with all the food in the stores. I get it. You got to create food that's shelf stable so it could be around a really long time, but those should be more emergency sources of food. Those should be the grains of the food. Those should be when hard times come and you have to survive. That's what you're supposed to eat. But it's easier said than done. I've tried it. I've fallen off the wagon, and this is why I'm back again. I'm doing this. I'm trying to do more. I'm going to do more videos, learn this YouTube thing, Twitch, Kick, all of this stuff. Learn how to put out content that will be more beneficial to get the message out and to have people live a healthier life. I just turned 50, and my quality of life is going to go downhill rapidly if I don't do something about it. Like, it really, really is going to go downhill. I weighed in yesterday, and you can see in the video, 415 pounds, right on the money, with my dad's shoes and everything. And, yeah, I need you guys' help, your support. Even if it's just to like and comment, that would mean the world to me. That would help me to keep going and pushing forward and really get to my goal weight of 200 pounds. Literally half my size that I am now. So, that's how you use AI to your advantage. That's one of the ways to use AI to your advantage. If you have nobody to talk to and you're tired of just looking at videos, AI will help you get to the point the quickest, the fastest you can get on with your day, get on with your workout, get on with your walking, get on with your life. You know, and it's interesting once you start asking AI about everything in your house. No stupid questions, because the AI is not going to judge. It's just going to tell you the facts. And, you know, when it comes to food, it's really all there. All the answers are there for the most part. And like this, I'm gonna ask AI. So in comparison to the two foods that we have talked about, which one will have a better chance of giving better brain health, better clarity, better mood, better overall brain health? Which one of the two?
This is the most important question of all, and the answer is overwhelmingly clear and decisive. Of the foods we've discussed, the can of sardines will have the most profoundly positive impact on your brain health, clarity, and mood. It's not just slightly better, it's in an entirely different league. The chips are not neutral. They actively work against the goals of cognitive wellness. Here is the breakdown of why. Why the sardines are superior for brain health. Your brain is made of fat and requires specific nutrients to build, repair, and communicate effectively. The sardines provide these essential building blocks in a perfect, whole food form. 1. Omega-3 fatty acids, DHA and EPA, the ultimate brain fuel. This is the single most important factor. The 1,000 milligrams of omega-3s in that can is nutritional gold for your brain. DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, is a primary structural component of your brain's cerebral cortex and neuronal membranes. Think of it as the specific, high-quality bricks needed to build the brain itself. It is critical for learning, memory, and the speed of cell-to-cell communication. EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, is a powerful anti-inflammatory agent. Chronic inflammation in the brain, neuroinflammation, is a root cause of brain fog, depression, anxiety, and long-term neurodegenerative diseases.
Now, long-term depression and anxiety, not so much anxiety, but depression is a thing that I've struggled with quite a bit, majority of my life. I probably shouldn't have paused it. It's not going to read the rest. That's okay. Summarized the last output.
Of course, here's a summary of the last output comparing the foods for brain health. For better brain health, clarity, and mood, the sardines are vastly superior, while both types of chips are actively detrimental. Why sardines win? Essential brain fuel. They are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, DHA and EPA, which are critical building blocks for brain cells and powerful anti-inflammatories. Neurotransmitter support. Their high-quality protein provides the raw materials for mood-regulating chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. Stable energy. Being a zero-carb food, they provide steady energy to the brain without the sugar crashes that cause brain fog and irritability. Why the chips lose? Promote inflammation. They are made with processed seed oils, omega-6, that contribute to the type of brain inflammation linked to poor mood and brain fog. Harmful additives. They can contain chemical additives like MSG and artificial colors that may disrupt brain function, cause energy crashes. The refined starches lead to blood sugar spikes and subsequent crashes, negatively impacting focus and mood. In short, sardines provide the essential nutrients to build and maintain a healthy brain, while the chips contain ingredients that work against it.
Yeah, so there you go. I enjoyed the fish. The fish is really nice. The chips, not so much. They actually didn't taste very good. They are designed to just get you through a craving. But what I have found when I went through carnivore, mostly carnivore, the first time, is that you lose your cravings for the stuff that is not good for you. And you start to crave the stuff that is better for you. Naturally. It's like, it's not even a thing. There's an initial period where you gotta stay true before you get past that hump of the cravings. Now, what I'm drinking here is mineral water. This was $2. This is in a glass, more expensive than drinking out of a plastic bottle. I'm gonna take a picture of this. It's gonna know what it is. So we'll just take a picture, and let me just do it this way. We're just gonna take a picture like this, upload it, attach, and let's see. Is it gonna attach? My phone's running slow. It's hot. I'm gonna see if it'll let me take another picture of the back. Phone's really slow. We'll just take a picture like that. Boom. All right. Put it back. I hope this video is coming out okay. I hope my audio is coming out all right. And this water versus the regular cheap 69-cent bottled water from Walmart, which is better and why? It's sparkling.
This is a great question that pits a specialty beverage against a commodity staple. Let's break down the Simply Go sparkling water versus a standard cheap bottle of purified water from Walmart, like their great value brand. First, let's identify what each product is. Simply Go sparkling water from your images. This is a naturally sourced mineral water from the Apennine Mountains in Italy. It is naturally carbonated or has carbonation added and contains natural flavors. It comes in a glass bottle. Walmart 69-cent water. This is typically purified drinking water. It almost always starts as municipal tap water, which is then heavily processed through reverse osmosis or distillation to strip it of everything, minerals, chemicals, etc. Then, a small specific blend of minerals, like calcium chloride and sodium bicarbonate, is added back in for a consistent, neutral taste. It comes in a thin, single-use plastic bottle. Here's a head-to-head comparison to determine which is better based on different priorities. Feature: Simply Go sparkling mineral water. Walmart purified water. Winner. 1. Hydration effectiveness. Excellent. It's water. Excellent. It's water. Tie. 2. Purity and source.
It's water.
From a protected, natural mountain spring in Italy. The source is the selling point. From a municipal water supply, tap water. The process of purification is the selling point. Mineral water. For valuing a natural, unprocessed source. 3. Mineral content. Contains a broad spectrum of naturally occurring minerals and electrolytes absorbed from the earth.
Nice.
Stripped of all minerals. Then a few are added back for taste. Lacks the natural variety. Mineral water. For beneficial natural mineral intake. 4. Health and additives. Contains ambiguous natural flavors. While derived from natural sources, they can be highly processed. No flavors or additives beyond a few simple mineral salts for taste. Walmart water. For being the absolute purest, simplest liquid with no flavor additives. 5. Container health and environment. Glass bottle. Inert, meaning no risk of chemicals leaching into the water. Reusable and highly recyclable. Thin plastic bottle. PET. Risk of leaching microplastics and chemicals like antimony into the water, especially if heated. Huge environmental footprint. Mineral water. Glass is far superior for both personal health and the environment. 6. Cost. Likely $1.50 minus $2.50. Tilde $0.69. Walmart water. The verdict, which is better and why? The answer completely depends on your priorities, but based on our previous discussions about health and minimal processing, there is a clear winner. The Walmart purified water is better if and only if your number one absolute priority is the lowest possible cost. You want to avoid any and all flavor additives, including natural ones. The Simply Go sparkling mineral water is better on almost every other metric related to health and quality. Source: it comes from a natural protected spring rather than a municipal tap. Minerals: it provides a healthy dose of natural minerals that are beneficial for your body, not just added for taste. Container: the glass bottle is the most significant advantage. It completely eliminates the health concerns of microplastics and chemical leaching from plastic bottles, and it is far better for the environment. Final conclusion: while the natural flavors in the sparkling water keep it from being perfectly pure, it is still the vastly superior choice for your overall health. The combination of its natural source, beneficial mineral content, and, most importantly, the safe, inert glass bottle makes it a much higher quality product. You are drinking water as it was found in nature, with all its benefits intact, from a container that won't contaminate it. The cheap purified water is a testament to industrial processing, delivering basic hydration in the least healthy type of container for the lowest possible price.
Now, I have here a plastic bottle. Eternal naturally alkaline spring water. Eternal water is sourced from the naturally alkaline springs. Our water filters through layers of ancient rock absorbing essential minerals, making it naturally alkaline. These layers of rock also provide protection from pollution, providing a pure and pristine source of water. It arrived in this bottle as nature intended. And it has a natural pH of 7.7 to 8.2. Now, we're going to pit this against the mineral water. Now, I don't know what happened to my glasses. But we're going to pit this against the mineral water. So we're going to take this camera and we're just going to take a picture. Bada boop, bada boop, bada boop. And wait for it to upload. Wait, is it uploading? My phone is super slow. There it goes. This water versus the Simply Go. What's it? Oh, my device is getting hot again. Oh no. It's getting hot. Oh yeah, it's hot. Gotta take out some of the heat.
Of course, this is an excellent comparison between two very high-quality bottled waters. Let's break down the Eternal water versus the Simply Go sparkling water. Both are premium products, so the choice comes down. It is the pure liquid, containing nothing but water from its source. 3. Health properties. Marketed as naturally alkaline, pH 7.8 to 8.2, due to its mineral content. Marketed as a mineral water, implying a rich source of various beneficial minerals. Tie, subjective. If you specifically seek alkaline water, Eternal wins. If you want general mineral content, both are good.
Oh.
The health benefits of alkaline water are debated, while the benefits of minerals are well established. 4. Container. BPA-free plastic. This is better than cheap plastic, but it is still plastic, with potential risks of microplastic and other chemical leaching. Glass bottle. The gold standard. It is inert, meaning there is zero risk of chemical or microplastic leaching. Simply Go. Glass is definitively superior to any form of plastic, for both personal health and environmental reasons. The verdict, which is better and why? This is a fantastic dilemma because it pits the purity of the water itself against the purity of the container it comes in. Both are excellent products, so the better choice depends on which factor you prioritize more. The case for Eternal water: purity of content. Eternal water is the winner if your number one priority is what's in the liquid. It is arguably the purest product of the two. No additives. It contains absolutely nothing but natural spring water. No natural flavors. You avoid the ambiguity and processing associated with flavor additives. Naturally alkaline, it offers the specific benefit of natural alkalinity for those who seek it. The case for Simply Go water, purity of container. The Simply Go water is the winner if your #1 priority is avoiding any potential contamination from packaging. Zero leaching risk. The glass bottle is inert and guarantees that nothing from the container will migrate into your water. No microplastics. You completely avoid the risk of ingesting microplastics, a growing health concern associated with all bottled water and plastic. Environmental superiority. Glass is far more sustainable and recyclable than plastic. Final conclusion. While both are excellent choices, the most health-conscious decision comes down to weighing a known risk against a potential one. The risk from natural flavors is largely unknown and likely very small. The risk from consuming microplastics and other chemicals that can leach from plastic bottles, even BPA-free ones, is a known and scientifically documented concern. Therefore, for the most discerning consumer focused on minimizing all potential health risks, the Simply Go sparkling water in the glass bottle has the edge. The definitive safety and purity of a glass container slightly outweighs the benefit of avoiding the natural flavors additive.
And there you go. Glass bottle will always win. At least in this circumstance when they're both good waters, you know what I mean? Okay, so now we could ask AI to summarize our entire conversation. Please summarize our entire conversation and give me the recap. Make it as short as possible.
Of course, here is a short recap of our entire conversation. On food, we determined that for health, satiety, and brain function, sardines are the clear winner. They are a minimally processed, anti-inflammatory whole food packed with beneficial nutrients like omega-3s. Both the Atkins protein chips and regular nacho cheese chips are highly processed junk food, made with inflammatory seed oils, and should be avoided for optimal health. On water, we concluded that water from a glass bottle is always superior to water from a plastic bottle to avoid the health risks of microplastics and chemical leaching. The Simply Go sparkling mineral water was the top choice overall because it comes in a glass bottle. The Eternal Alkaline water was also a high-quality choice due to its pure source, but its plastic bottle makes it slightly less ideal than the glass option. The cheap purified Walmart water was ranked last due to its processed nature and thin plastic container.
There you have it. This... Well, thank you. Yeah, this has been fun, interesting. I wish more people would, come online and chat with me. I guess I'm just another 50-year-old old guy. Nothing better to do than to compare foods using AI, I guess. So, well,